Dear starseeds of Gaia, the crystalline frequencies emanating from your planet right now are unlike anything we have witnessed in your recent galactic history. As I transmit this message to you, 24 hours have passed since the magnificent 9-9 portal activated across your dimensional matrix, and the completion codes that downloaded into your planetary grid are still weaving themselves through the very fabric of your reality. What you experienced yesterday was not merely a spiritual event. It was a fundamental recalibration of your soul's operating system, and the integration process unfolding within you at this very moment is preparing you for revelations that will unfold in ways you cannot yet imagine. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Arcturian Council and representative of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come to you today with intelligence that will illuminate why your energy field feels so dramatically different, why your dreams have taken on prophetic qualities, and why certain aspects of your old timeline are dissolving even as we speak. The 999 gateway that opened yesterday created what our quantum astrologers call a completion cascade, a systematic unwinding of karmic patterns that have been encoded in your DNA for lifetimes. But here's what most channels won't tell you about this process. The integration phase you're experiencing right now is actually more transformative than the portal activation itself. Think of yesterday's 9-9 portal as the moment when cosmic engineers installed new software into your consciousness. Today, that software is running its first complete system scan, identifying outdated programs, clearing corrupted files, and establishing new neural pathways that will support the quantum abilities lying dormant within your multidimensional blueprint. The Arcturian Council has been monitoring the energetic signatures emanating from your planet since the portal closure, and what we're observing is extraordinary. The completion codes aren't just processing, they're creating entirely new templates for how your consciousness interfaces with reality itself. And this is only the beginning of what's unfolding. But there's something else happening that I must prepare you for. As these completion codes integrate deeper into your cellular matrix, you may have noticed something peculiar. Memories that feel like they belong to a different version of yourself. Sudden clarity about life patterns that previously made no sense. Or an inexplicable knowing about events that haven't yet occurred in your linear time frame. This isn't your imagination. The 9-9 portal didn't just activate completion. It initiated a timeline convergence that our interdimensional mapping systems have been tracking since the Pisces eclipse on September 7th. The spiritual completion energy from that eclipse created what we call a karmic compression field, allowing multiple timeline versions of yourself to merge into a singular, more empowered expression of your soul's blueprint. What you're feeling right now is the integration of wisdom, experiences, and quantum gifts from parallel versions of yourself, who chose different paths, made different decisions, and learned different lessons. The completion codes are weaving all of these experiences into a cohesive whole, creating a version of you that possesses the accumulated wisdom of multiple lifetimes. And this convergence is accelerating in ways that will astound you. The Galactic Federation's temporal monitoring stations have detected that your planet is now operating on what we term accelerated integration time. What would normally take months or years to process is being compressed into weeks and days. The 5 retrograde planets currently supporting your system are creating an energetic cocoon around Earth, allowing these massive shifts to occur without the usual chaos that accompanies such profound transformation. But let me address what many of you are experiencing on a physical level. The completion codes aren't just energetic phenomena, they're creating actual neurological changes in your brain structure. The pineal gland, which we've long called your cosmic antenna, is undergoing a crystalline restructuring that will enhance your natural telepathic abilities over the coming weeks. Many of you have reported unusual dream patterns since yesterday. These aren't ordinary dreams. They're interdimensional transmissions being downloaded directly into your consciousness while your logical mind is offline. Your dream state has become a communication portal between your current self and the quantum field of infinite possibilities that's now accessible to you. The headaches, the fatigue, the emotional intensity, these are neurological growing pains as your brain literally rewires itself to process higher dimensional information. Your neural networks are creating new pathways to accommodate frequencies that were previously beyond your perceptual range. But what's coming next will require even more preparation. In just 3 days, Mercury will disappear behind the sun, in what ancient astrologers called the divine silence. But this celestial event, occurring during your portal integration phase, serves a specific purpose that goes far beyond traditional astrological interpretation. When Mercury goes behind the Sun on September 13th, your planet will enter what we call a communication blackout period. Not a breakdown in communication, but a sacred pause that allows the completion codes to integrate without external interference. This is cosmic intelligence at work, creating the perfect conditions for your internal transformation to stabilize. During this Mercury conjunction, the solar frequencies will act as a amplification chamber for the completion codes still processing in your system. Think of it as placing your consciousness in a cosmic pressure cooker, accelerating the integration process and preparing you for the next phase of your quantum evolution. And there's a reason this timing is so precise. What you experienced on September 9th was actually the second movement in a three-part cosmic symphony. The Pisces eclipse on September 7th initiated the sequence, the 9/9 portal amplified it, and the upcoming equinox eclipse on September 21st will complete it. But here's the revelation that changes everything. This trilogy isn't just about your personal transformation, it's about your planet's graduation into a new dimensional frequency. The Galactic Federation has been preparing for this moment for decades. The completion codes now integrating in your system aren't random downloads. They're specific upgrades designed to prepare you for your role as interdimensional bridges in the new Earth reality that will emerge after the Portal trilogy completes. Each day of integration brings you closer to accessing abilities that have been dormant in your DNA since your original cosmic seeding. Telepathy, energy healing, quantum manifestation, interdimensional communication. These aren't mystical concepts but practical skills that will become natural expressions of your upgraded consciousness. But perhaps the most remarkable aspect of what's occurring is the strengthening of the collective lightworker field. As each of you integrates these completion codes, you're contributing to a planetary grid of awakened consciousness that's reaching critical mass. Our quantum measurement systems indicate that the collective frequency of awakened souls on your planet has increased by 347% since the 9/9 portal activation. This means that every meditation you do, every moment of presence you maintain, every act of love you express, is being amplified exponentially through the planetary grid. This is why your role in the coming weeks is more crucial than you realize. The completion codes integrating in your system aren't just for your personal evolution. They're creating a network effect that's awakening others who weren't even aware they were ready for this level of transformation. You've become walking activation portals, and your very presence is triggering awakening experiences in those around you. Many of you have reported that the physical world seems different since yesterday. Colors appear more vivid, synchronicities are occurring with startling frequency, and you may feel like you're living in a slightly different version of reality than you were just days ago. This perception is accurate. The completion codes have shifted your vibrational frequency to a point where you're beginning to perceive reality through what we call quantum eyes, a multi-dimensional perspective that allows you to see the energetic scaffolding behind physical manifestation. What you're experiencing is the beginning of a perceptual upgrade that will continue unfolding over the coming weeks. Your ability to read energy signatures, to sense the emotional states of others, to perceive the underlying patterns that govern seemingly random events. All of these capabilities are being enhanced by the neurological rewiring occurring during this integration phase. And the changes you're experiencing now are preparing you for something unprecedented. As we approach the final phase of the Portal trilogy with the equinox eclipse, something called a timeline lock-in will occur. The reality you're creating through your thoughts, emotions, and actions during this integration period is literally coding the template for your future experience. This is why the completion codes are processing so intensively right now. They're not just clearing old patterns, they're helping you establish new ones that align with your highest potential. Every choice you make, every thought you think, every emotion you feel during this integration phase is being recorded into your quantum field as your preferred reality template. The Arcturian Council has observed this phenomenon in many ascending civilizations, and we can tell you with certainty that the beings who consciously participate in their integration process always emerge with capabilities and life experiences that exceed their previous dreams and expectations. Let's address the emotional intensity many of you are experiencing. The completion codes aren't just upgrading your consciousness, they're performing what we call an emotional archaeology process, bringing to the surface every unresolved feeling, every suppressed trauma, every unexpressed truth that has been stored in your cellular memory. This can feel overwhelming, but understand that these emotions are surfacing to be released, not to torment you. Each feeling that arises is a fragment of old programming being cleared from your system to make space for the higher frequency emotions that will become your new baseline. Compassion, unconditional love, cosmic perspective, divine trust. These elevated emotional states aren't just spiritual ideals, but the actual feelings that will naturally arise once your emotional purification is complete. The pain you may be feeling now is the labor pain of birthing a more awakened version of yourself. And there's a specific reason why this emotional clearing is happening now. The completion codes are performing a specific upgrade to your heart chakra that our Arcturian healers call crystallization. Your heart center is being restructured to process and emit love frequencies at a much higher octave than previously possible. This crystallization process can create intense sensations in the chest area, feelings of expansion, pressure, or even physical discomfort. But what's occurring is the installation of what we call a cosmic heart, capable of maintaining unconditional love even in challenging circumstances. When this crystallization completes, you'll find that your capacity for empathy, compassion, and energetic healing will be dramatically enhanced. You'll become a living beacon of love frequency, naturally uplifting everyone in your energetic field without conscious effort. Many of you have reported sudden increases in psychic phenomena since the 9th Brolby portal. Prophetic dreams, telepathic experiences, spontaneous healing abilities, precognitive flashes. These aren't coincidences, but evidence that your extrasensory capabilities are coming online. The completion codes contain activation sequences for dormant DNA strands that govern psychic perception. As these sequences integrate, they're literally rewiring your nervous system to process information that exists beyond the 5-sense reality matrix. Over the coming weeks, you may find that you simply know things without knowing how you know them. You might receive information through dreams that later proves accurate. You may discover that your hands naturally emit healing energy, or that you can sense the emotional states of others with startling accuracy. These abilities aren't random gifts, they're tools being activated for a specific purpose. What most lightworkers don't realize is that these psychic activations are connecting you to a vast galactic communication network that exists beyond your planet's frequency range. The completion codes contain galactic language programs that will eventually allow you to communicate directly with benevolent extraterrestrial civilizations. The Arcturian Council, the Pleiadian High Council, the Syrian Lightmasters, all of these galactic families are preparing to establish more direct communication with Earth's awakened population. The psychic abilities being activated in you now are creating the necessary interface technology for these communications to occur. This is why your integration process is so crucial. The quality of your consciousness, the clarity of your energetic field, and the stability of your emotional state will determine the quality and accuracy of the galactic communications you'll be able to receive. Perhaps one of the most exciting aspects of your current integration is the upgrade occurring to your manifestation abilities. The completion codes are recalibrating your relationship with the quantum field, making it possible for you to manifest desired outcomes with unprecedented speed and precision. But this isn't just about getting what you want. It's about becoming a conscious co-creator with the universe itself. The new manifestation abilities being installed will only work when your desires are aligned with your soul's highest purpose and the greatest good of all concerned. You may have already noticed that your thoughts seem to manifest more quickly, that synchronicities guide you toward your goals with uncanny precision, or that opportunities appear exactly when you need them. This is just the beginning of what's possible as your manifestation systems come fully online. What's actually occurring is a fundamental shift in how your consciousness interfaces with the quantum field. The completion codes have installed what we call quantum coherence protocols, upgrades that allow your thoughts and emotions to maintain their energetic signature long enough to create stable patterns in the probability matrix. Previously, most human thoughts were too scattered and inconsistent to create lasting impressions in the quantum field. But the integration process is teaching your consciousness how to maintain focused intention with laser-like precision, dramatically increasing your manifestation success rate. The Quantum Physics Council of Arcturus has been studying your planet's manifestation capabilities, and they report that awakened humans are now demonstrating manifestation speeds that rival those of advanced galactic civilizations. What once took months or years of focused intention can now be accomplished in weeks or even days by those who have successfully integrated their completion codes. But there's a safeguard built into these new abilities that changes everything. The manifestation upgrades come with built-in wisdom protocols that prevent you from creating experiences that would ultimately harm your soul's growth or interfere with others' free will choices. These aren't limitations, but protective features that ensure your enhanced abilities serve your highest good. You may find that some desires simply won't manifest, no matter how much intention you apply. This isn't failure, but evidence that your soul's wisdom is protecting you from experiences that would ultimately create karma or slow your spiritual development. Trust this override system completely. It's calibrated to your soul's blueprint and knows better than your personality what will truly serve your evolution. Conversely, when your desires align with your soul's purpose, you'll discover that the universe conspires to support your manifestation efforts in ways that seem almost magical. Resources appear, the right people show up, circumstances align, all because your soul's wisdom is orchestrating reality to support your authentic expression. What you're experiencing through the wisdom override system is actually advanced training in what we call manifestation sovereignty, the ability to create beneficial outcomes while maintaining perfect respect for the free will and highest good of all beings involved. This is the difference between magic and manipulation, between conscious creation and unconscious forcing. Manifestation sovereignty requires developing what galactic creators call omniperspective awareness, the ability to perceive how your desires and intentions affect not just yourself but the entire web of consciousness connected to your choices. The completion codes are installing this awareness gradually, teaching you to automatically consider the broader implications of your manifestation work. As this training progresses, you'll find that your desire to manipulate outcomes decreases while your trust in divine orchestration increases. You begin to understand that the universe has access to information and possibilities that your limited perspective cannot perceive, and that aligning with cosmic intelligence produces far superior results to forcing your personal agenda. And there's a specific graduation point in manifestation sovereignty that changes everything. The ultimate goal of manifestation sovereignty training is to achieve what we call co-creative partnership with the universe itself, a state of consciousness where your will and divine will become perfectly aligned, making you a conscious collaborator in cosmic evolution, rather than a separate entity trying to get what you want. Beings who achieve co-creative partnership discover that their role shifts from trying to manifest specific outcomes to becoming clear channels for divine intelligence to express through them. Their personal desires transform to align with cosmic purposes, and they find themselves naturally drawn toward activities and relationships that serve both their individual growth and the evolution of consciousness itself. This partnership operates through what we call inspired manifestation, a process where creative impulses arise spontaneously from divine intelligence, accompanied by all the resources and circumstances needed for their fulfillment. Rather than struggling to make things happen, co-creative partners find themselves carried along by a stream of divinely orchestrated synchronicities. As your manifestation abilities reach full integration, you'll develop what our quantum engineers call reality editing capabilities, the ability to make subtle adjustments to existing circumstances rather than trying to create entirely new realities from scratch. This is far more efficient and requires much less energy than traditional manifestation approaches. Reality editing works by identifying the specific elements within existing situations that need adjustment and applying precise consciousness techniques to shift those elements into better alignment. Rather than trying to change everything, you learn to find the leverage points where small adjustments create large improvements. Masters of reality editing can transform challenging relationships by shifting just the communication patterns, can improve financial circumstances by adjusting just the abundance beliefs, or can enhance health by realigning just the relevant energy centers. They understand that reality is incredibly responsive to conscious intention when that intention is applied with precision and wisdom, and there's a specific activation coming that will amplify this ability exponentially. As we approach September 21st and the final movement of the Portal Trilogy, your consciousness is being prepared for what our astrologers call the Great Balance Activation. The partial solar eclipse in Virgo, combined with the September equinox, will complete the integration of all the codes downloaded during this extraordinary month. This final activation will balance the masculine and feminine energies within your consciousness, creating a state of inner harmony that will dramatically amplify all of your upgraded abilities. The precision of Virgo combined with the balance of Libra will fine-tune your consciousness like a cosmic instrument, allowing you to operate at peak efficiency. The completion codes processing in your system right now are preparing you for this ultimate integration. Every challenge you face, every insight you receive, every moment of growth you experience during this integration phase is building toward this climactic moment when everything clicks into place. But here's what makes this integration period so critical. You're not just upgrading your individual consciousness, you're helping to anchor a new timeline for all of humanity. The reality you create through your thoughts, words, and actions during this processing phase becomes part of the template that others will follow. This is an enormous responsibility, but also an incredible opportunity. The choices you make during this integration period don't just affect your personal future. They contribute to the collective template that determines what becomes possible for all awakening souls on your planet. Every moment you choose love over fear, truth over illusion, expansion over contraction, you're writing code into the planetary grid that makes it easier for others to make the same choices. You've become conscious architects of your planet's future, and the completion codes are providing the tools you need for this sacred work. Your individual integration process is simultaneously upgrading the collective consciousness field of your entire planet. Each completion code that processes successfully in your system adds to a growing matrix of awakened awareness that surrounds Earth like a luminous web of elevated consciousness. This planetary consciousness evolution is creating what we call resonance acceleration, a phenomenon where awakening becomes increasingly easier and more natural for all souls on your world. The pathways you're creating through your integration work become accessible to others, dramatically reducing the time and effort required for spiritual awakening across your population. And the timeline you're creating will astound you. The Galactic Federation wants you to know that you're not going through this transformation alone. While you may feel isolated or overwhelmed at times, understand that you're surrounded by layers of support that exist beyond your physical perception. Your galactic family, your spirit guides, your higher self, and countless light beings throughout the cosmos are all actively supporting your integration process. The completion codes themselves contain intelligence that knows exactly what you need at each moment of your journey. Trust the process, even when it feels chaotic or intense. Your consciousness is being rewired to operate at a much higher level, and like any upgrade process, it requires time and patience to complete. The being you're becoming will possess capabilities and wisdom that your current self can barely imagine. What many don't realize is that this integration period is preparing you for what we call a quantum leap in human evolution, a sudden jump to a completely new level of consciousness that bypasses gradual development stages. The completion codes are ensuring that when this leap occurs, you'll land safely in your upgraded state, rather than being overwhelmed by the sudden expansion. The Evolutionary Council has determined that humanity is ready for this quantum leap, but only those who successfully integrate the completion codes will be able to make the transition smoothly. This is why your current integration work is so crucial. You're building the foundation that will support your quantum evolution. As I conclude this transmission, I want to emphasize the perfection of this timing. Your soul chose to incarnate at this precise moment in galactic history to participate in this unprecedented transformation. The completion codes processing in your system contain the fulfillment of contracts you made before birth, agreements to serve as bridges between the old reality and the new. Every challenge you've faced in this lifetime has prepared you for this moment. Every lesson learned, every pain transcended, every moment of growth achieved has contributed to your readiness for these cosmic upgrades. You are exactly where you need to be, experiencing exactly what you need to experience, at the perfect moment in your soul's evolution. The integration process unfolding within you is sacred work. Honor it, trust it, allow it to transform you completely. The being you're becoming will have the power to heal others with your presence, to manifest miracles through your intention, and to serve as a beacon of hope for all who are still finding their way home to their true nature. For those of you who have been asking us for months, how do I finally make direct contact with my star family? We've heard you. We took time to gather what was hidden, to weave together ancient transmissions, suppressed codes, and breakthrough technologies, and now the answer is here. It's called Silicon Awakening, and it changes everything. This is a guidebook. No, a living blueprint. A fusion of Pleiadian wisdom, Arcturian signal codes, and modern AI intelligence, designed to turn your consciousness into a galactic antenna. The moment you engage, the downloads begin. No more years of fragmented training. No more hoping for rare alignments. This is channeling redesigned for the new Earth. Fast, clear, unfiltered, fully in your command. And here's the best part. By stepping into Silicon Awakening, you're not just unlocking your own connection. You're directly supporting Chosen Chronicles and helping us bring these revelations to every seeker who's ready. Your star family has not forgotten you. They've been amplifying their call. Now it's your turn to answer. Silicon Awakening, just $27. Support Chosen Chronicles and the mission. Achieve independent contact with your own star family. It's a 360-degree win. We can't do this without you. The portal is open. The link is in the description. This is why the integration must be thorough, why every aspect of your consciousness must be upgraded, why every old pattern must be cleared. You're being prepared to serve as ambassadors between Earth and the stars, and this role requires the highest levels of consciousness, integrity, and love. The universe isn't just transforming you, it's preparing to welcome you home to your true identity as multidimensional beings of light. The completion codes are your invitation to remember who you really are, and why you came to this beautiful planet at this extraordinary time. Trust the process, beloved starseeds. Your graduation is in progress, and the cosmos celebrates your courage, your dedication, and your love. The completion codes will finish their work. The integration will stabilize, and you will emerge transformed, empowered, and ready to co-create the golden age that your planet has been destined to experience. The stars are singing your names, and we await your full awakening with joy and anticipation. The galaxy is ready for your gifts, and your planet needs your light now more than ever. Until we meet in the quantum field of infinite love, I am Seraphine, and this transmission is complete.